Are you having sex later? Because you're going to smell and taste like garlic.
No, I'm married.
Sorry, honey. Hey, you guys. Hi again. It's Mary White, the Cooking with Cannabis lady. And who are these people? I got men in the kitchen today. We're here today with Josh of Super Chronic Cafe and our good friend Maggie, who is our good friend. And he's going to be the taste tester. And what we're doing today, Josh actually came up with this a couple days ago. He's like, you got your High Times cookbook, right? How does that compare to my cookbook? And I was like, it's on like Donkey Kong. What we're going to do today is compare green Ganja garlic smashed potatoes from the High Times cookbook and my, of course, eminently elegant recipe, mushrooms and brandy cream. So, I guess we're just gonna start fucking cooking. I do wanna show y'all what this butter looks like. Now this is a little more than a pound of infused butter, again, with the Blue Dream and the Tangy. So it's gonna be more on the sativa side. But, Maggie, put your nose in there.
Just 2 ounces of weed in that?
No, 1.5 ounces, baby. Yeah. Anyway, so this is the good stuff. Now, my recipe calls for 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 medicated, 2 plain. But because Maggie's here and he's a professional, we're using 3 tablespoons of medicated infused butter. So, Maggie, tell me your history with cannabis.
I grew up with it. My mom had a plant in the backyard. My mom so used to get cannabis from my grandmother, my great-grandmother, to treat her ailments. Like she would take the weed and put it in rubbing alcohol and then put it on her wrist and whatnot.
Yeah, tincture.
Yeah, nothing like an 86-year-old Mexican great-grandmother using her secret recipe.
I'm so glad you said that, though, because what I've been discovering in researching my books and also just in reading, this is great-grandma medicine. You guys, this has been medicine as long as there have been human beings. And it's only been in the last 80 years in this messed up country that we've had this prohibition. This is medicine. And the fact that you get a little sparkly, that's just extra credit. What we're doing here, he's making a combination of potatoes and a root vegetable and an ass load of garlic. And that gets cooked till it's all soft and then you moosh it up. I'm doing these mushrooms.
Magic.
These mushrooms, that's another class. I want to tell you guys a little secret about any time you're working with mushrooms. You know how when you go to a restaurant and the mushrooms have that beautiful crust on the bottom? When you're sauteing mushrooms, don't move them around. Let them sit there. Just let them be comfy as you're cooking with cannabis for you to be pretty clear about how much you're ingesting.
Yeah.
And a lot of it depends on if you've decarboxylated your cannabis correctly. If you do it too hot, you can lose some stuff. If you don't do it long enough, you don't get as much stuff. So again, this is folk medicine. Okay? It's your great-grandma's medicine.
Yeah.
It's our ancestors' medicine. So don't anticipate exactly 2.5 milligrams per blah, blah. It ain't going to be like that, okay? But what you can do is write down, like this Blue Dream Tangy combo. Okay, we made 1.5 pounds of butter with it. So actually, if you could let us know later today how you're feeling.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Let you know. For sure.
Because if you get all woo and start mowing the lawn and cleaning the roof.
Well, my morning breakfast bowl is already moistened off, so I'm ready for round 2, whatever kicks in next. So we'll be good to go. I can definitely tell you what kicks in.
I love the idea of a breakfast bowl.
It's a
delicious breakfast.
Good way to start the day.
That's right. Now these, you guys can see these shrooms, how they're getting a little translucent looking. They're getting there, okay? And notice how they shrink. This was 1 pound of mushrooms. There we are. It's a combination of shrooms and butter and then hot.
All earthy.
Ooh, very earthy, yeah. But I don't want you all thinking that in order to cook with cannabis, you have to be a chef or you have to match the flavor, because you don't.
Yeah.
If it doesn't smell right, then you can go, well, that's going to be a little funky, so maybe I better add a little more pepper.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Or maybe some lemon zest at the end.
You say, hey, smell the weed. If it smells good to you, your body says that's what I want, you know, because that's what you're missing, guess, maybe. Same thing applies while you're cooking, right? You smell it, you're like, oh, you need more peppery stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Which is kind of like you're adding that terpene in, though.
We eat with our eyes, and I think we smoke with our nose. When you smell that terpene flavor and it has a significant pinene effect, then you're like, oh, I want some of that. And so I think, you know, with your eyes, you're going to put more food on your plate than maybe you can have, and you pack that bowl bigger, and you can't quite finish that 1 gram joint, whatever the scenario is.
Your eyes are bigger than your stomach sometimes, right? Yeah.
The pitch about growing older, one of the many issues, is that you still think, oh yeah, I can eat all the food, right? Yeah. And then you go, no. Because
yeah, right. Metabolism.
Walk around in a mood.
So that's an interesting point, because with quarantine, I've got the Q10 on my waistline, because, you know, my wife wants extra sugar and more donuts or whatever.
Yes, she does.
And so we're bringing in a lot more comfort foods because of the pandemic. So for me, that's created a sense of inflammation and then dehydration. And so I went through a battle this last weekend where I literally couldn't move my neck. So I've been to a deep tissue massage for twice this week. I've been putting in 200 ounces of water into my body, so I will be using your bathroom a lot.
I'll look forward to that.
But for me, it's been interesting because I've been trying to do multiple things. So topicals for the shoulder and neck.
How did that work, by the way?
That stuff you gave me worked really well. Yeah.
Good.
So I also use a vape pen if I'm out and about, flour if I'm at home, but edibles for sleep. So I've just been kind of consuming more cannabis in the last week than I have probably in a year, just because of pain.
Yeah.
So it's interesting trying to try different methods of consumption.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all a vehicle in which to help you either recreationally or medically get by.
Yeah. Right.
But I think with food, it's just a different experience.
When you do add a high octane alcohol to a dish, don't burn yourself up. Now, if we lit that right now, it would be really cool. But I'm not gonna, because love you guys, don't want to bring that.
Nice.
With a recipe like this, you want to let that alcohol cook off. So as soon as that alcohol smell is gone, we can add the heavy cream.
You can't have that Alfredo, huh?
Oh no!
Oh my god!
No, I have some Alfredo at home. It's just made with coconut milk.
Oh, okay. It's a go-to in my house.
Oh really?
And we make it with heavy cream and Parmesan. You know, we do it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's another one of those things that I just don't eat anymore.
I'm going to sound really hippie and say that there's a really good cashew Parmesan cheese.
I knew somebody was going to bring up the goddamn fake cheese.
Oh shit!
I like the pizza, the gluten-free crust with the vegan cheese, but it's not enough, so you can add a little bit more
pepperoni?
Parmesan.
Oh,
yeah, real pepperoni too. Yeah, not the vegan pepperoni. But I mean, it hasn't been that hard to go dairy and gluten-free because there's a lot of substitutes.
Yeah.
So with the gluten breads, like 8 years ago, they were terrible.
Oh, they were awful.
They're horrible, and now they're fine
It's
as long as they're
pretty good,
toasted.
Yeah.
They're good. Untoasted, I don't even
Gluten-free
bother.
pasta is really good too.
Oh, right.
Yeah, the pastas are fine. So there's a lot of substitutes, and with dairy, coconut milk, and everything is a good substitute. Hemp milk is awesome. Like a hemp mocha is so
creamy,
silky and smooth and rich. I actually like a hemp mocha way more than a regular mocha. It's just a lot more decadent.
Yeah. I did want to tell you guys that I tried this with hemp milk last week, and it works great.
Oh.
Tiny difference in flavor.
Okay.
But hemp milk, in order to make it milk, they do have to add a lot of carrageenan and stuff, which is fine. It's a natural, thing. But the stuff they have to add to it is what gives it that wonderful mouthfeel. So it's like cream, only it ain't cream.
Right.
So I'll quit giving you shit about your dietary choices.
Well, it's not really a choice.
I know, you'll explode.
You hear that all the time, where like, the edible kicked my ass. Never. It's always been like, all right, I'm going to bed. But the edible
That's a really good point.
too can come down to like what are you eating? You know, like you see a lot of candies and shit. And I don't want to eat candies and shit.
No, I don't want to eat
them.
Yeah.
If I want to feel good, because there's different type of products. I don't know if you remember nachos, the Dorito chips. Because I remember I met you and or not you, but your brand, the Super Chronic brand. And do you remember the Medicine Man?
I do.
Yeah. So because they would do like a little like meet and greets and little circle, early market stuff back in the day, and then the nacho chips were okay. Had a good flavor, and after I ate the whole bag, I was like, all right, this ain't kicking my ass. I went to bed, I was like, oh my god, I slept so good. But that was it. There was no extra moment. And I was like, I just can't see goddamn chips every fucking night though if I want to like have a good rest.
One thing I ran into when I was doing my cookbooks was that whole thing. You know, I don't want to sit around and have to eat 10 cookies.
Yeah.
But what I do now, and I really recommend this for people, is I'm a big fan of condiments. Add to what you're making.
Okay.
Because you know that show on TV we're talking about, the Cooking with Cannabis show? Yeah. Everything they make, they measure it out and they get like 2 milligrams or 5 milligrams. I'm like, what the fuck is that for?
Right.
That's ridiculous, right? So, but if you have mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup, I have medicated CBD salt, I have THC sugar, all those things, you can add. Hang on, I gotta get my man set up here, baby.
And shout out to Kelly Ogilvie with Deep Cell. He's the one that was in that Netflix movie about his sugars, ruby sugar and salts. He's got a lot of patents.
Yeah.
He's based in Seattle.
Oh, wow.
He went to my high school, smart guy. So.
Maybe he wants to be my new girlfriend. Now, again, when I make this for my girlfriend Tony, I put it on steak, and she loses her mind and goes to heaven all at once. There. Now, what do I always tell people in my cooking classes? Put some green on that shit. So, there. There you go, sweetie. Now let us know what you think of that. Go in. Yeah. Cannabis at all. You let me know if you taste any pot. I'm not tasting any pot. I love it when people go, Oh wait, I'm gonna do that too. God, that's good. Oh. I mean, I shouldn't brag. It's my recipe, but damn, that's good.
You're right, I don't think so at all. I think the mushrooms, probably overpower anything that would be like that.
Yeah, the mushrooms and I think the creaminess.
Yeah.
Would you have said that if it was bacon? No.
Oh, here.
Well, it would be a competition in mouth.
Okay. Should I serve our taste tester? Look at that. That's beautiful. You guys, look what Josh made. Ah! I can't believe it's pot butter. Now, he's really. Oh, dude. Are you having sex later? Because you're going to smell and taste like garlic.
No, I'm married.
Sorry, honey. Okay. I'm so glad you're a taste tester.
Oh, so good. I bet this mushroom would go good in these potatoes.
Well, you know what? You're taking all this home. Because he's, dairy-free, and I'm trying to not weigh 300 pounds. And yeah, anyway, you can take it all home. And don't give it to the kids. Oh, God, these are good, Josh.
This is yummy.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I really like
Woo! Damn, that's garlic. That's good garlic, though. Oh, okay.
Does garlic have a terpene in it?
It has
I know it's
linoleic acid. It must have a terpene because it has a smell.
Yeah.
Banana does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think any vegetable,
No doubt.
any plant has terpenes.
Really? Place in San Francisco I went to one day, the Steak and Rose. Everything's
I love that place.
Oh
my God, I always go there when I go to San Francisco.
I never
Oh my
had
God.
meatloaf that was so good.
My recipe for anytime I'm sick is to take a huge clove of garlic, peel it, throw it in like a a muffin tin filled with oil, like
Yeah,
like a 100% olive oil or whatever, extra virgin, and then bake that, and then throw it on some bread.
Yes.
Or even like a sandwich, like a tuna fish sandwich with some mayo. And it's really, really garlicky. But like that, it'll kick that cold to the curb in no time.
No, I love garlic. I put some mushrooms into it too.
You're very smart.
Very bad.
You know, actually, I'd layer this in a buttered dish, put the shrooms on top, put cheese on top of that shit.
Oh my God.
Bake it.
You're after my heart attack.
See, I tell you to do all this shit. I just can't do it.
You had a good question though. So what makes a good cookbook?
Ease of use. Okay, and I'm not being critical because these guys are awesome, but these recipes are not written as simply as someone starting out would need. Okay, and also I think it's really important when you're dealing with something that has been over here for so long, but now it's over here. I think there needs to be a lot of clarity around, history and usage and stuff like that. And because I'm a Virgo and I'm OCD, my recipes are tight.
I know.
I mean, anyone could follow them, I think. And the only issue I had with this was in the middle of appetizers, they'll have something that isn't an appetizer, but it's for a holiday. Okay, but I'm... Right, so I guess it just depends on what you want.
And how's your book divided up? Is it to like dinner meals?
Well, let's just take a look, shall we? Basically, I tell you how to make it.
Okay.
So how to extract, how to infuse.
Nice.
And this is about CBD, but again, it could be about full plant, obviously. So then what you need in your pantry, condiments, and then, starters, salads, entrees, desserts, and beverages. We're going to probably say goodbye to you guys now because obviously we have many things to consume. But Josh, I really want to thank you, and Maggie, obviously. Look at our happy tester. Look at our face.
Good.
Well, how did the meals compare? What were they like?
Well, they're...
It was a good side meal. The garlic was delicious and overpowered. The taste, both I'm not going to taste the flour at all. But the mushrooms, I can imagine being awesome on a steak or bacon. I like the protein that you're saying.
Yeah.
On a toast, it's okay, but on a protein, that would just knock it out of the park.
I really liked the creaminess of the mushrooms. You couldn't taste the cannabis at all, but it had like a nice, real creamy texture to it. Whereas the potatoes, buttery, tasted just like potatoes and garlic. Again, you can't really taste the cannabis. I'd be more inclined to go towards something that's creamy than a potato. That's just my preference. But we don't really have a criteria of judging. But if you can't taste the cannabis in either one, and both of them were good, obviously you start with good products. So I don't know. I think I'm going to say that I like the flavor of the mushrooms better, but I think they were both really good recipes.
Yeah, that's why I think that would be good on top of that.
Yeah, no, and I'm agreeing with you.
That'd be the gravy, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like the way you think. I like it. We're going to continue to chit-chat amongst ourselves, but I hope you guys have learned something today. And again, I want to really thank Super Chronic Josh and Super Chronic Maggie. You guys are awesome. And if you guys need any info, I'm maryjwhite.com, and Josh?
Josh at thetalkinghedge.com.
The Talking Hedge, because he's smart with cash and stuff. And Maggie, what's your website?
You can find me on Cannabis Legalization News.
Cannabis Legalization News. Okay, so you guys, we're going to get really high now. But thank you. See you later.